This build goes out to all those in the community that didn't like the Revenge Seeker builds I've been cooking up. I told y'all I heard you, so if you appreciate this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. And it's free! With that out the way, let's get into this, yeah? The Brawler lineage is very special, as they have a hidden mechanic to their HP skills. In the demo, I wanted to test out more, but our resources were very limited, so here is Yufa, who has the lowest attack out of all the party members attacking. After 40 runs, this damage fell in the range of 3,363 to 3,679. In the demo, I thought it scaled on our total HP stat, so now I'm going to put on passives to hit the HP cap, and as we could see, we hit right in the damage range as before. So our total HP is not a factor for the damage, it's our total HP percentage, meaning if we're 100% HP, we deal 100% more damage. This is a reverse Revenge Seeker from Destroyer. In order to make this build, you'll need to inherit Strike Boost from Pugilist. A flat 20% increase to our damage output is invaluable. Short Range from Destroyer gives us another 10% damage increase. Critical Trade from Tycoon is desperately needed, since we can't use Spirit of Adversity that I normally use. And lastly, Arcane Unity from Wizard. For some reason, I missed the most out of all physical archetypes I tested with Martial Artists, so the hit rate increase is godsend. There's nothing else you could replace in this build, since the 100% HP requirement makes all other options obsolete, so these are the best passives. As for equipment, you'll want the highest attack power on your weapon, the best being All Creation Fist, which can only be obtained after unlocking 90% of archetypes for Basilio. Notice how I said unlock, you do not need to master them, otherwise any of these will suffice until then. For armor, wear anything, they'll give you the most attack and luck possible. For gear, you'll want to do the same. Strength is much more preferred until you get close to hitting the cap of 99. I'm using Fortune's Graph since my strength is capped and I need more luck. You could get this from the Coliseum Silver matches. For anyone wondering why Azura's Hand aren't being used, it's because it doesn't stack with our weapon. I know it sucks, but we can't use it. I was so stoked when I found this to only discover my damage didn't increase. While mine does say slashing, you can change this to any physical affinity at the church for 50 cents. This is your best option until you get the ultimate weapon. For accessories, the Gambler's Manual will double our critical damage. I normally use Overlord Sash here, but it doesn't activate on this build since we need to consume MP and the Brawler lineage is all about HP. You can obtain the Gambler's Manual from the Coliseum Gold rank match. The first important support in this hypercarry team will be the protagonist. His exclusive archetype has Hero's Cry, which will always give us 4 turns, so we could completely set up our combo. For inherited skills, you'll want Vidyarta or Debilitate from Trickster. Each stage is a 20% defense reduction, meaning at stage 3, they'll have 60% less defense. This translates to 60% more damage, and it is multiplicative with attack buffs. The other passives are free for whatever you want. As for equipment, you could use any weapon. This strategy doesn't rely on the main character attacking, so his attack power doesn't matter. I'm using the Dragon's Legacy for the extra agility to keep up with the martial artists, as the archetype is fast. For armor, you'll want agility on it so you could go before the carry. The gear piece is non-negotiable with the Reverend's Crown. This gives us a small crystal at the start of every turn. You will need this to do the full combo. You can get this once you have 80% archetypes unlocked for the protagonist. The accessory here is to fill out any agility shortage you may have. Our second support can be anyone. I use Heizme as he has the highest base speed, so I don't have a headache on his speed tune the other units. We're using him specifically for his high speed to buff the martial artist with Formation of Vigor. Remember, this is multiplicative with debuffs. Warlord comes with front boost, which will increase our damage by another 10%. This unfortunately doesn't stack if more party members carry this. For Inherit, it should be the debuff the protagonist didn't take. Everything else is free for you to choose. For equipment, you'll need the General Semaphore. This is a free stage 1 attack buff at the start of combat. You could acquire the base weapon in the Tower of Insolence. It's from the boss, so either steal or reset until it drops. It'll be the Captain Semaphore, purify at the church afterwards. Armor can be whatever you want. I use the Serene Headband in the gear slot since it synergizes with our naturally high agility to dodge physical attacks. This is slash dodge, pierce dodge, and strike dodge in one accessory. You could get this in the final story dungeon. The accessory can be anything. I like the free MP from Full Moon Metal, which you should have while climbing the Colosseum ranks for Strahl's accessory. There is an alternative for those who may have missed the General Semaphore, Utilitarian's Manual. This will allow us to use the Dynast formation to cover the same attack buff. You could get this from any magic shop after getting Alonzo to Magic Shop Deal Maker. The final support is Juna. You could use anyone you like here, but I use her because she naturally has the second highest agility out of anyone. You'll need Persona Master or Royal Mass Dancer for the synthesis skill Masquerade Charge. This gives the whole party charge, which if you don't know increases the next physical attack by 250%. The only inherit she needs is Rebellion from Commander or Adventurous Curiosity from Soul Hacker if you don't want to constantly select Strahl. This will further increase our critical hit chance. Just like the other supports, our attack power doesn't matter, so use whatever. Like Heizme, I'm using this to synergize with our high agility. This is like Serene's Headband, but as a weapon. The armor and gear can be anything. She needs the Utilitarian Manual as we will be using her synthesis skill. This will reduce the cost by 1, so it fits perfectly into the combo rotation. Now that everything's set up, let's go over the combo. Heizme should be first. Use Formation of Vigor to reach stage 3 on attack, or Dynast Formation if you went with that route. Next should be Juna. Use Masquerade Charge. The MC will be next with Hero's Cry. We're gonna pass with Strahl to preserve the charge from Juna. Apply whichever debuff you gave Heizme. Use the critical buff on Strahl. The protagonist will now use the other debuff. Now use Bodhidvastapam to kill anyone in your way. And for anyone wondering why I didn't run another martial artist, the Berserker or Gunner lineage to apply strike weakness, here's why. If an enemy is weak to an affinity, then you cannot critically hit. This normally wouldn't matter since a weakness exploit or critical hit are both 50% more damage, but in this build, the critical hit is 100% more damage, meaning you're losing out on half the damage. It would be kind of broken if physical builds could critically hit on top of exploiting a weakness. Hopefully you kill any boss in your way now, and don't forget to subscribe for more Methaphor Refantazio builds. And if you enjoyed this video, consider checking out my last one, where I show you the best farming spot to master all your archetypes. And no, it's not what you think it is. Until the next video, I'll see ya.